Okay, so what we're getting ready to do is start to create our polo flats. The first thing that we need to do as we're creating the flats is create a collar. So what I'm going to do is, actually, you want to make sure that your start file is open. You're always going to work on that with your My Flats workspace. So you're going to go over to the pen tool, select the pen, and the first point that I'm going to create is directly in the center front of the neckline, halfway up the neck, and the point is going to be directly to the next to the neckline, not on the neckline. The same thing with the shoulder point. It's going to be right above the shoulder line. You'll bring down your next point, which is the collar point. Select and close your collar. You can hit return and click on the selection tool just so you can see what it looks like. So now I want to go in and create some curves within my collar. So I'm going to hit the center of the collar, the top part of it, bring it down just a little bit. I'll do the bottom part of the collar, bring that out. The same to the front of it. I'll move the handle over to the front just a little bit to give it a curve, and then I'm going to bring in this part of the collar, and I actually want to bring this out some. And you pretty much just work on it to your liking. And for now, that'll be fine for me. So I want to hit the selection tool and select that part of the collar. Hit O to reflect. Now I want to copy and paste directly to the opposite of it. So I'm going to hover over my guide, press the option, click on the guide. Vertical axis should be selected, click copy. And then we have a direct reflection of the first one. So with that being said, I'm going to use my direct selection tool, and I'm going to click on the first collar, hold down the shift button, and click on the other side of the collar. So I clicked here and there. Now what I want to do is hit Command C for copy, Command B to paste in the back. And while they're selected, I want to right click, hit join. I'm going to hit right click again, join. So now you'll notice that the entire back of the collar is joined together. So you'll see that. So what we see now is we notice that there's no fill in the two front collars. So I'm going to select the first the left part of the collar, hold down my shift, select the other, and I'm going to make sure that there's a fill. So I'm just going to fill it in with white. Click on the white space, let it go, and I can actually create a fill here. Let me see what happens if I create a fill there. Perfect. So far you have your collar for the polo shirt. Now, before we move to the next step, I almost forgot a step where I want to bring the curves down to these collars. So what I need to do is press the anchor point tool, bring down the back of the collar just a little bit, just to add a little bit of the curve. And I'm going to do the same thing for the bottom of the collar. This line, I'm going to bring that down just a little bit. Now let's check it out. There you go. So I'm happy with this, and we want to make sure that we just get ready to create the placket.